Hi, thank you. Welcome back to Up Late. All right, my first guest is a very important man here at Marshall University. He's been here over 2 years, and he's doing an outstanding job leading this university. And the most important part of his job, every 2 weeks he signs my paycheck. Ladies and gentlemen, Dr. Preident Kopp. Sit down. There you go. Oh,
I'm usually not up this late.
Oh, you're doing an excellent job. Thank you. Thank you for being here.
Great to be here.
Hey, listen, I noticed that I looked at your schedule. You've got a very busy schedule. Thank you for taking time out of your day for being here.
Very pleased to be here.
Well,
I can do these things late at night, you know.
Oh, this is perfect.
We usually don't schedule things this late.
Well, we might have you on tomorrow night. How's that sound?
Good. That sounds good.
Well, what do you think? I mean, students here. This is a student-produced show. These are your students at Marshall University. What do you?
Well, I'll tell you, it's very impressive. I rank at 1 nanometer short of spectacular, which makes it incredible.
Well, I really appreciate that, and I know they do too. In fact, since you are the president of the university, I know you have some pull and some power. I printed out 14 diplomas for every kid in our class. Would you mind signing these and go ahead and getting them out of this university?
Well, sure.
Yeah. Well, we'll do that later. But you don't mind doing that?
No,
do you?
I don't mind doing
Okay, I have them sitting right here.
So first, I'll have to check with the registrar.
Well, they printed it out for me,
okay.
so I think we're
good.
Again, students doing a great job. I really appreciate you being here. But you being the president, don't you ever wish that you had that much power as the president of the United States? I'm saying the Secret Service, you know, the black sunglasses. We got Chad and Hallie. Hallie, can you come over here and just help us out here? Just tell me what you feel about this.
He's a little pushy. Make sure he keeps his sliding back a little bit. He's getting a little too close.
Getting a little too close.
We'll be right over here if you need that, sir.
Thank you, Chad.
All right. So listen, you've been here for a little bit over 2 years now. There's some exciting things going on, some new buildings coming up, some new things going on. Tell us, what's going on?
Well, you know, when I first got here, one of the most important meetings I had was with our students and student government, and we talked about the most pressing need from the perspective of our students, which was a new recreation center. And that year after year, the students had been lobbying very heavily for this. It was something that they felt was a missing piece of the university. And so since I got here early in the fall, we've been working on this.
And that's one thing that I've noticed that you do is, I mean, you talk to everyone, faculty, staff, students, and you listen to their concerns and you follow up with it, and you've done a really good job.
Well, it's about relationships, it's about people, and we're here for the students. That's what this university's for. And you know, it's important to not only hear what people are saying, but to listen actively as to what's below the surface on these things. And you know, there's something about seeing things, but it's also about observing and also about perceiving. And so it's a matter of having the opportunity to sit down and talk to people about what's important, what's meaningful. And as I look at this university, we have just tremendous opportunities, but we also have a lot of challenges. And so as we go forward, it's a matter of looking at how all these pieces fit in place and how they're all going to connect to the better future we all want to see here at Marshall University.
Well, I think everyone's really excited about the new recreation center that's going on 20th Street and 5th Avenue. That's going to be something that really shines for the university, for the students, and, you know, how about President Kopp? Are you going to be hitting the bench, hitting the weights, pumping the iron?
Well, I sure need to. Let's put it that way. It's been a long time since I pumped weights, but I think the importance of regular physical activity, I mean, I'm not a real good example of it, but I'll tell you it's very important in the lives of our students to have things to do on weekends, in the evenings, late at night. And I think the way this program has been developed through surveying our students, listening to what the students want to see in that facility. The same thing's true of the new Living Learning Residence Halls that will also be part of this project. We're going to have a new softball field across from, on the other side of 3rd Avenue, across from the Shuey building. The new engineering laboratory facility that we're working on right now. All of these are pieces of a puzzle that are all designed to, in a sense, redefine Marshall University as a destination university.
You kind of slipped in softball under the radar because I know, we've done our research on you. This gentleman right here is a very big softball fan. Are you not?
I am.
Did you actually used to coach softball? Is that correct?
I coached for 10 years, fast pitch softball.
Really? And so you tell me that, you know, you can't hit the weights or anything like that. I bet you used to do it all the time.
Well, I used to pitch batting practice to our players, and having been a baseball player, never having played fast pitch softball, it was a real education and learning process. But what you realize through the process of coaching is how important it is to connect to the student, how to be able to essentially showcase what it is the student needs to learn, explain it in terms that they can understand. A good example is you take an 8 or 9 year old girl, 7, 6, 5, we work with all different age levels, and teach them how to throw overhand. Now, when I was a kid, you just did it. I mean, I don't know if it's a guy thing or what, but when you see someone throwing overhand like this, and then you have to figure out, okay, what do I do with this person to teach them how to throw correctly so they understand the appropriate mechanics. That process is an educational process. It's a teaching moment, and it's part of learning how to communicate with somebody who's very young, who doesn't see themselves doing anything wrong.
So that's you. I mean, you are a teacher, you are an educator, you are a coach. Do me a favor real quick. I don't know if you're ready for this or not. How many years did you coach?
10 years.
10 years. Can you choose somebody out real quick?
Choose somebody out?
Just choose somebody out.
I never choose anybody out.
No, come on. Just give me something. Swing the bat or something like that. Can you give me one? What's wrong with you? You never had to do that.
I never had to do it because we worked on the fundamentals. We worked on the basics. And it was all diagnostic. For instance, I was just talking to our coach about what I observed at the last home series with Memphis. And I was watching him bunt. The tendency for most kids when they're starting to bunt is to push the bat at the ball. You want to make contact as quickly as you can.
Keep the bat
you
head
have
up.
to hold it back, and you have to catch the ball with the bat. And by catching the ball with the bat, you deaden the ball.
So
and you lay it down.
Can we do something real quick? Can we change your President Kopp and put a / head softball coach or assistant softball coach? I don't want to get anybody's part. Assistant. President, thank you for being on the show.
Thank you very much.
I really appreciate you being here. Listen. One thing, we do a segment on our show called Herd Homes. Maybe you've seen it. Maybe.
Yes.
Well, we have a very special herd home we'd like you to watch. Would you mind sitting here and watching?
Oh, I'd love to.
You might recognize it. We're going to show it up right here real quick.
Okay.
Let's see what we got.
Hi, welcome to our home. I'm going to unlock the door so you can come in now. I'm Jane Kopp. I'm the wife of Stephen Kopp, the president of Marshall University. Welcome to my home. This is the front hall. It's famous in the area for the wallpaper that was brought over from France when the home was built. It was actually painted in strips in France and put on. It's the original equipment, and we're never to touch it. If you touch it, you die. This is where we stuff we put all our guests when we come and entertain. We can get quite a few people in this room if we stack them in rows. And our picture of John Marshall will always hang over the mantel. Over here, behind the flowers, we have some commemorative We Are Marshall plates and gifts that have been given to us. I think we did a movie this past year. I forget what it was called. We Are Marshall. I like to keep the bar out here so that if things are spilled, it goes on the floor here and we don't hurt any of our wood floors. But Steve doesn't like it because he's afraid the guests won't know where the bar is when they come into the house. So he wants it over there. But we like to eat out here on the weekends. You don't need to see the bathroom. This is where the president sits and relaxes whenever he's home, which isn't real frequently. This is where the dog sits. She lays here, and he rubs her back and belly all evening. I sit over there. We watch. I wish the TV was bigger, but it'll do. This is where I rarely spend time. We're at dinners every single night of the week, but if I cooked, I'd cook in here. Maybe once a weekend. Oh my gosh.